Greetings, loyal minions and beautiful humans. A couple of new heroes to review, with me being a bit slack and forgetting to review the hero of the month already. I'm going to do a double with the new moth hero Auricarc, we'll go with, and also the hero of the month May. So we'll start with, I'm just going to call him Ori. He's a ranger, which gives the talent of the pierce, so yeah, not one of the best, but it can be handy. Eighth talent of special boost, so an extra 30% damage for 6 turns. He is fast speed, I noticed, so that's not too bad there. Can help out nicely. Artwork. I love a bow and arrow, but basically he looks like every other archer in the game, except with moth wings. So, yep. I'll put an image up. I think, it's almost a carbon copy of a Lemonwood. I'll put Lemonwood over the top, possibly, if I can organise the cat to do some editing for me. Moth family, bonus for 1, 2, or 3 heroes, where they cast the annoying moth dust to a random enemy for 2, 3, or 4 turns, depending on how many heroes. Moth dust gives minus 10 mana generation. If the dust is cleansed or removed, the target falls asleep and receives 60% increased damage while sleeping. Sneaks up on you, that one. It just sits there without you realizing. It doesn't show you the mana down sort of logo or icon, so sometimes I forget that it's affected me. Very handy family bonus. The dodge special damage has 10% chance to dodge special skills that deal damage. That's pretty low, but if it kicks in, it's nice. Very high attack stat. Decent health, a little bit low on the defense, which is quite normal for these attackers that have high attack. Special skill, Riches the Poor. That's a strange special name. Runs at fast speed, steals all minions or mega minions, or a mega minion, from the target. Steals 40% mana from the target and distributes it to allies. Deals 30% damage to the target. The target falls into deep sleep and receives 80% increased damage while in deep sleep. Can't gain mana or attack. It is woken once it takes 500 damage, and this effect is uncleansable. So, very decent hero. Just trying to think how great. I still think it's another small counter to Fergus, just for the fact that it's stealing mana. So Fergus and even Bernadette being slow, those slow tanks that we're seeing in the meta. And I think that's a reason why this hero is coming out the way it has. Stealing the Mega Minion as well, which can help against Fergus. Doesn't have any protection against the mana, but being fast, you'd like to think you would get him charged before Fergus, steal some mana from Fergus, deal some damage to him, steal his Mega Minion if he's got one, and put him into sleep. So the idea there, because they stay asleep until they take 500 damage, is you're basically trying to then not hit them with tiles, or if you are hitting with tiles, it's going to take a while for that 500 damage to build up, depending on what color stacks you've got, etc., etc. But it means you can probably dump a few more tiles into the tank before it's going to start gaining mana. Gives you a good chance to then get some more heroes charged and kill the tank. So it's going to be a very useful hero. Not sure if it's something I would chase, or I personally won't. Being a single target, I think that's its main strength, is that slow speed tank. The stealing 40% mana, that's fine, depending on how much mana they've got. Spreads it to your allies, that's okay. Gives your allies a little bit of a mana boost, so you could pair it with some average speed, and as long as you're hitting an enemy that does have a decent amount of mana, you're speeding those average speed heroes up to fire straight away. To take advantage of the deep sleep, you possibly don't want to be pairing it with hit all heroes, because as soon as you do that 500 damage, it's going to wake up. It would be fantastic if you can use that skill on a wing, because you can basically just leave the wing without hitting it with any tiles and leave it asleep for the rest of the match, basically, or for as long as you can before it wakes up, depending on who that is. But you can do that with any target. You're picking the best target on the enemy team. As I said, I think if it's a slow tank, that works perfectly. Pick the best target, put them to sleep, and try not to wake them up, and you've removed them, doing a fair bit of damage to them as well. And if you've got a mega minion there or minions, you can steal them. So, yeah, pretty good. I kind of don't like the fact that it gives them 80% increased damage while they're sleeping, because to me, you want to leave them asleep. I mean, if you've got the follow-up hits, you're going to kill them anyway, with or without the 80%. Oh, well, generally. Anyway, very good hero. I was just going to try and make up a weird rating, but I just don't have one. I was going to talk about the chocolate. It would have actually, I've been eating, I had some chocolate biscuits. I've been bad, actually. I've been pretty good lately. I'd love it if they could invent like a scratch and sniff type feature of the YouTube, so you could scratch a little screen and you could either taste the chocolate that I made. I won't say taste me, or, you know, sniff the vanilla raspberry flavour body wash. I don't know what I'm talking about. On to Hero of the Month, May, before things decline into total chaos. May is the Hero of the Month for May. That's just amazing. Monk class, which gives the Withstand talent, so chance to resist status ailments. And if they are resisted, you're also cleansing your status ailment from this character. Defense up, Aether talent, 20% defense for 6 turns. That's nice. Hero of the 2025 family. A whole 244 days before we have a clue what special bonus they get. I have no idea why they don't just give the bonus as they come out. Makes absolute zero sense to me. If anyone thinks that makes sense for any reason, feel free to let me know. I don't know if it's just the way that they can release a hero maybe a touch stronger than they wanted because it doesn't have a family bonus, and then it takes, you know, till the end of the year to get that family bonus to beef it up a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah, weird generated arms again, I think. I just need to stop looking. Uninspiring is the best word to use for that artwork. We'll turn that power off. See instantly the difference here in the power. 1,077 versus, I think it was 1,177, so a whole 100 difference. Which means lower stats across the board. But we do have some nice passives here. We've got the resist minion removal. So you can't take minions from it. The character gains. So that's handy against, I mean, Costume Jiao-Chan's a little bit outdated now, but we've got the foxes with, oh no, they generally only give them to themselves. Anyone who's giving you minions, if you can give it to May as well, she can also resist. So stick her beside Costume Jiao-Chan and both of them end up not being able to have their minions removed. Also, a mana on buff received gains 5% mana when they receive a buff or positive stack. Nice. Kind of gives herself with that because she gets a couple of buffs and things going on, so that's just going to help speed her up. Runs at average speed. Bounty of the Spring. All allies get 150 attack and 150 defense for the growth. So it's a first Hero of the Month with growth. That's nice. Limits for modified ability scores. Yep, okay. Summons a carrot minion for each ally with 25% HP inherited from the caster. Carrot minion. Interestingly, I can't even see any carrots in her little basket there, so... Oh no, maybe there are. There's some tops and some carrots hanging out there. I apologise. I'm getting a little bit technical. Anyway. When summoned, the carrot minion gives 20% mana generation for its owner for as long as the owner has carrot minions. This effect can't be dispelled. So in her case, it's good. You can't remove the minion. 25% HP. They're not the beefiest, but if you can hide them behind another minion that is a bit beefier, then you've just got some nice mana generation. It's a bit weird that the minion doesn't attack. I just find that totally... Is there any other minion that doesn't do a small attack? Like, why would you change that? Anyway, Element Link gives all holy allies 30% defense against special skills for 4 turns, which can't be dispelled, so worth pairing with other yellows purely because of that. Plus 30% defense is nice. Whether you'd really be wanting to use it in a yellow stack, yeah, pretty decent for a hero of the month though. Just something a little bit different. Good support hero. I'm not sure it's doing enough. Like 150 attack and defense isn't a lot. You really need that to be going off because the hero of the months are underpowered. If you're taking it against sort of, the meta type heroes, you need that to be going off at least twice, 3 times to make any real sort of difference. You are getting a bit of a 25%, basically a heal with that minion, but it's not overly beefy. I'm not sure it's doing quite enough, but will be a very solid hero. So if you are doing pulls, regardless of who it's for, if you're chasing this dude, it's disappointing that they're not giving a few more mega moths fiends out there, but best of luck if you are summoning. I personally will not be doing any summons just yet. Behaving, being boring. But yeah, if you enjoy what I'm doing, gently caress the carrot button. Give your kitty a scritch for me. Mine is a bit annoyed because I had to move her off my lap to get my microphone, and now she's sitting on the floor ignoring me. So have a good one.